everyone, it's Zelda here, and today we're going to be doing a slightly different video to normal, and I know it's been eagerly awaited. And if you've had a look at the thumbprint or the thumbnail of the video itself, you'll know it's to do a striker, 7 foot, otherwise known as a juvenile or a fake game style striker. And so Chris will be taking over from this point. And if I'm right in thinking, Chris, hello.
Hello.
It's going to be all about your shopping list that you need to buy if you want to build this striker along with you.
Everything I can remember, because it's quite a while since I've made one of these. But over the years, making various sizes, I've probably made about 40 at least, I would have thought.
Yes, I would have thought so.
So this is a tried and tested thing.
Yeah.
We keep it simple. The idea of this one, the good thing about it is, the longest piece is just under 6 foot. I don't know what that is in metres, but it will fit in probably the smallest of the car, even a little Fiat hatchback.
Really?
You just drop the front seat down and it'll fit in, yeah.
Well,
so
listeners,
off you can go to your carnivals in your car boots and make yourself a fortune.
yeah, because I was saying really before, well, to you, that this is great if you're a charity or if you're in Scouts, Cubs, Brownies, anything where you want just a small striker to put in like a fake game or something in a field.
Yeah.
And this is perfect for that.
And it's very simple to set up as well, you know.
Brilliant.
Right,
shall I let you crack on? If I scoot round here, you can show us everything people will be needing.
Right, basically, I'll be honest with you, I've roughly marked these out, but I will go through these next week, this sheet. What you need to get in stock, and this is basically a shopping list today.
Brilliant.
Is an 8x4. Let's have a look.
Is that this?
Yeah, an 8x4, which is 244 centimetres by 122 centimetres. 12mm hardwood ply. Do not buy MDF or any of that rubbish. It won't last 2 minutes outside. It's got to be hardwood ply.
Yep.
And also you will need, it's in the car at the moment, it's quite heavy, we need to get it out. You will need an 8x4 of 18mm ply. Basically the 18mm ply we used to make the base with, because it's more harder wearing, and it does take quite a bit of punishment, the base, over the years.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't know if you can see these lines, basically, while drawn in here. This is roughly the length of what we call the backflash, where we have...
like the backboard where the little mouse runs up.
Yeah, the thing what goes up and down, what rings a bell, is affectionately known as the mouse, probably after mouse run up the clock.
Yeah.
They're great fun to make, and we'll probably have to have a go at 1 or 2 of them because they don't always work the first time. So basically, I'm going to, before the next video, I'm going to cut this sheet up, and then I'll show you how I put it all together, because basically we use 2 different lengths. We put them face to face, or back to back should I say, glue them and screw them and laminate them so it's nice and strong, and gives you a good inch thickness.
And you're going to show everybody how to do that, aren't you?
I certainly am,
because
yeah.
we're hoping to do this step by step. So if you haven't if you haven't built anything like that before, you should be able to follow along with Chris and the videos and build your own.
Now, I don't endorse any products or anything, but well, I'm just showing you basically what I use and keep in stock. A well-known manufacturer from the jungle. We use to screw the things together. Basically, it goes off quite quick. It's good. Not any problems with water getting in or anything. So that's what we start with. And basically, we start with a number 6 screw.
Oh, good.
Which is 3/4 when we're doing our laminating, which you'll be able to see next week. So it's just slightly longer than the 1/2 inch wood. We do countersink these, and basically when we have done this and screwed it all into place, I'm sorry for moving you about here, but we use this one basically because I can get this from a local thing. Basically, all it is, you just use a good quality car filler. Don't use a water-based one or anything like that. It's got to be one basically where you put the hardener in, it goes off, and it's normally quite hard to rub down, to be honest. But if you don't overdo it, you're probably better off doing 2 coats. So basically what we do, we fill all the screw holes and nail holes or whatever it is with this, and then paint over it after we've primed it. And basically it stops the water getting in, and once you give everything a good coat of varnish, you should be okay.
Okay.
So
that's the second thing, third if you count the wood, isn't it?
Yes, basically, yeah. I'll go on to the mechanism in a minute.
Yeah.
But basically, at the top, I'll tell you what I'll do. We're going to make 2 models, I think, over the next couple of weeks. I've decided today. The wife wasn't aware of this until I told her a few minutes ago. This is a pattern I kept from a long time ago. And basically, this goes on the top of the basic striker, if you can imagine it. And what happens is, hopefully this will come off. I got this off
Fleabay.
Off Fleabay, yeah, mentioning no names. This is another thing what people make a mistake of. There's a lot of them coming in the country from about 10,000 miles away, and they're just made of like an aluminium kind of I don't know, composite, and they break within 2 minutes. This is a good old what you call a British fire bell or an alarm bell or anything. There's quite a lot of them on eBay if you look round.
What makes this one then?
This is a gent one. Something like that. But there's quite a few different ones if you look for them. And I've not got really anything but...
and what kind of... Oh, very nice.
But they do have a good ring to them, you see.
What kind of size do they need?
6 inch.
6 inch. Right.
Yeah, I mean, basically, what it does, it bolts on there, you see. If you can imagine the mouse going up to there, it's on a bolt. And I will go through it when we come to mounting it, how to separate it. So it has a bit of leeway in it, you see. Basically, you've got to have a bit of leeway. If you bolt it too tight, it won't ring. And the other thing is, I mean, these are quite strong, these, but if somebody hits it really hard, it'll crack the surface of that, you see.
Yeah.
So
you were saying about these 2 different models you were making.
yes. So this is the
standard type.
the standard one, and basically, if I can... I've got to remember how it goes. But we did have a pattern on it, and I can draw the pattern out, but basically, there's a pattern like that. And basically that came round like that, like a Fairgroundy pattern.
I think it's what they see on the thumbnail, isn't it?
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Yes, it is.
So I think we go like that, and basically it's an old Fairground pattern, obviously, and trying to think how it goes. I
mean, they don't have to draw that now because you'll you'll get we'll get.
So you can imagine it's all in different colours, and basically when the bell's on it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen a lot of strikers and they just leave the bell red and it looks awful.
Yeah.
Now what we use is this, another product endorsement. I found this stuff fantastic, and it only takes a couple of minutes to go off for the gold.
So good old Plastico. If there's any things here, I will stick them in the description with links, and obviously it would just give us a small affiliate. But you don't obviously have to go through us. That would just probably be in Amazon.
The good thing about this is when it dries, it looks like brass. So, you know,
Yes.
It looks like a nice brass bell. As long as you varnish over it,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong. It's brilliant stuff. Like I say, you can build the coats up in a couple of minutes. It dries that quick, you know.
Great.
So that's basically that one. And then we have what we call the deluxe striker.
This will be perfect for the coronation coming up.
Yes. Oh, just going back to the basic striker. Basically, what the basic striker is, it's a box on the floor. We're going to use the same box for both models.
Yeah.
They've got both the same backboards. This one will have test your strength down one side. I'm going to show you how to paint them on a later date.
Yeah.
And numbers down the other side. And basically, this has... I think I've got a piece here, something like this. A piece of 2x2, what, if you can imagine the board going up, and that bolts to the back of the box, and it stops it falling over basically. Obviously it wants cutting or what have you, and it has 2 little legs putting on it. Does that sound complicated?
It sounds like you're overcomplicating things.
But it's very simple, it is. But when it
Yeah.
comes to it, and I'll chop it up, and show you, it's just a piece of waste wood I've got.
Are you still with us, listeners? That is the main thing, because now I'm at the point I'm lost. So
No,
let's
you can't
show us the posh one now then.
You can't be like, you've all got a rewind button, you can go back. This is a pattern I've had from years ago. Unfortunately, it's lost one of these. What it has, it's a fleur-de-lis with living in Wales, I suppose. And this is another one. I'm trying to think how it went, really.
Well, it's just the Welsh feathers, isn't it? The
Yeah, but it had
Prince of Wales feathers.
It had had a crown on it somewhere like this or something. I can't remember.
I mean, I suppose if they Google the Ickdean Prince of Wales feathers, they've
Yeah,
got a
you
pretty
see,
good
it's
idea.
like a crown. It is basically.
It is a crown, yeah.
Yeah, and sits like that. and it's echidnas. But basically, what this one does, this.
You need your bell, is that what you're looking for?
This sits basically on a piece of wood like that, and the bell goes there, so it's a little bit higher.
Gives you a bit more height, yeah.
Yeah. But what I did find at one venue I did, the easiest thing to do is just screw it, because ceiling heights vary in different venues, and we're normally about 7'6", 8 foot.
Yeah.
And if you're inside, sometimes you won't be able to get your Prince of Wales feathers on. Then it was just easy to unbolt it, you see. So.
Great.
And
But that's coming at a later date.
Eh?
That'll be coming at a later date, will it, all this?
Yes, this will. Both of the tops have flags on. We have little tubes we put on. Very simple. And
I do get told off quite a lot. I don't know if you can see this.
Up there in the storage box, there's over 80 different flags. I think we've got every flag from
We
everywhere.
have put flags make fairground.
Yes, we have, yeah. And so basically, that is the two tops, basically. But what I will say with this one, the posher one, we do a pair of gull wings for it, which is I'll just draw the thing simple, if it makes any sense.
You've probably seen this style at like vintage events, haven't you? Because
Yeah.
you know.
And then you've got your thingy on there, the Prince of Wales feathers and what have you there, what have you. This one has basically I can't remember the shape exactly, has gull wings on them basically. And what it does do, it helps stop the striker, if it's windy or anything, from falling over. And then you can put, test your strength or whatever,
You can get quite artistic on the
yeah,
gold
you can
wings,
put
can't
strong man in there or whatever you want to do. And basically with this one, when we do it, we put the numbers down that one side, and down that side we put a fancy pattern going, a bit of a fairground pattern, you see.
Yeah.
Because you put your information, you test your strength, you sign write it in these two panels, or you can do whatever you want. You can, make it like a rocket. We built a rocket one once, didn't we? And,
We did.
Yeah.
Now, I know all that's very exciting, and I'm sure the listeners are super excited. So if you could just now, because I'm thinking of time, folks, because I know you're all out of time, tell us the absolute basics we need to get started. So if they were coming next week or whenever with their little project, what do they all have to have ready to go?
Well, basically, they can go looking for a bell. I mean, the bell is one of the last things we put on anyway, so it doesn't matter if you get one straight away.
Great.
You need yourself an 8x4 of 12mm ply, an 8x4 of 18mm ply for the base, which
Yeah.
we will get on probably on the second or third episode.
Yep.
You'll need yourself a box of screws to screw
And
together.
how many
with glue.
do they need of these screws? Just
Um,
one box of what?
Yeah, well, I mean, they normally come in about 200 or 100 or so. Yeah,
Right.
100 probably do it.
Brilliant.
And then we come to the mechanics of it, basically.
Yeah.
And the thing I've found, the good old trusty rolling pin. Now, this rolling pin, I've even written on it, is the best ones we found. They're 40mm across. And what we do, when we drill the hole into the box, we use this hole cutter, which you can quite easily get available from good DIY shops. This is 45mm, so it just gives you that extra half a centimetre. We drill through bit by bit, and I'll show you how we do it when we build the box. We cut the ends off on this. It's critical where the ends get cut, because if you leave it too long and it's poking out the top, all it'll do is bend the arm. So it's just below where when you fire it down, if you get on, so it disappears a little bit.
Yeah.
And then we also use for the mechanism 1" or 25mm box iron. Get the thick walled stuff, the thickest ones you can get. Do not use the one for making market stalls. It'll last 5 minutes and bend.
So what would they ask for? Did they have to go to a manufacturer?
1" box iron. Go to a steel merchant's.
Yeah.
So you'll need roughly, I'm only going to say roughly, probably 2 foot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
This is a big piece, so this is the back piece, is it?
No, we laminate the top of this, and it helps. When we bolt it on, it just makes it a bit thicker.
Yeah.
That is 6mm by 25mm.
So what are they asking for there then?
Or ask for 6mm by 25mm. 2 foot again, plenty. And that is basically, that makes the arm.
So they've got this one that's box, because it obviously looks like a box.
Yeah, and then this is flat steel, it is 6mm.
And that's flat steel, 6mm.
6mm, the same width exactly.
Yep.
And basically, we have a bolt with a locking bolt that goes through. And the secret of a good striker is having it balanced, because basically, what happens is we're gonna be making things. You see, it goes like that. When this is how it works. Basically, that goes down, that hits the mouse, up it goes.
And the mouse runs up.
It doesn't. Yeah. It's just a case of that bolt has got to be in the exact right place to get the balance right, so it returns by itself quickly, but not too heavy or too light for it not to go up or not to go down.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Glad you know what you're talking about then.
So far. I mean, for the listeners, I'll write the shopping list in the description, because obviously this is quite a lot to take in all at once, but we'll get it exact for you in the description box.
And then you can just put it on pause, and then you'll be able to see what you need.
Yeah.
I know it's something and I'll be honest with you, I mean, I've had to scratch my head a few times today, because it's a while since I've built one of these. I've not built any for anybody for ages, and I'm just going to say now that I don't build any for anybody now.
Oh, no.
This is just
this is why you're kind of doing it, isn't it? Yeah. Because you get asked so often, please build me a striker.
Yeah, we can build one. So the only other materials you need is a piece. This is basically the rail what goes up. Right, yeah. You need a piece of that.
And how much of that, and what would that be called?
Just 2 metres.
A 2 metre what?
Of 3mm by 25.
And is that called flat again, is it?
Yeah. I'll just write these down roughly on here, and I'll write these out properly so people it's legible.
Yeah, in the description. Yeah. Super.
So you need a piece
of that. So that's the longest piece, basically, isn't it?
That's a piece of the thingy. And then you'll need a piece of this, and hopefully the man has given me the right one. I mean, you can use heavier gauge in this if you want to. This is what's this, 2 inches.
Right.
Basically, it's 50mm. Basically, this is what we actually use to make the arm. Does it make any sense? I cut a piece of that, make the arm, and we also use a piece of it to hold the back of the thing of the box.
What's this actually called? Are they asking for this all at the same place as well?
Yes. This is 3mm by 25. Angle iron, it's called.
Angle iron, okay.
Angle iron, yeah.
Super.
And we cut this up into pieces. You'll probably only need about well, get yourself a metre.
Right.
When you got a bit spare, in case they do wear over time where you drill through and the bolt goes through. I won't lie to you. I mean, these last a long time, but it depends how much pounding they get, whether it's out once a week or out every day, you know.
And they really do get pounded, don't they?
Yes. The other thing you want to get, you don't need as much as this. This is, I think, this is an inch by an inch angle iron.
Yeah.
It's 25, isn't it? By 25. I know what I'm doing. And we make basically the mouse out of this. What goes up the rail. We cut it and bend it, and
how much of that do they need to get in?
Well, even if we've got a 6-inch piece, but it's always handy to have a spare mouse, because you do get the odd one cracking.
And they go missing sometimes.
And they go missing, yeah. So basically that's one more thing. Half round edging, which just makes a nice job of when you...
just going to show that.
When you has it got it on there?
I think it has. I'm going the wrong way, but it does actually have it on there.
So basically...
There you go. I think I've got that in right. There you go. Yep.
So basically we nail that on along the edges. It just gives it gives it a nice finish, and we normally do the background in cream and do these in burgundy or something.
Nice traditional colours.
And then we just use a finger. I don't know where they are. Hold me a sec. Yeah, and just most people have got these in stock, little panel pins, just a thing, you pin them on.
But if you haven't, you can get that anywhere, panel pins.
Yeah,
would you?
I think, like about 3/4 inch panel pins, basically.
Let's just have a nose. So
Yeah,
people
we're only
know
very small.
they're only.
Yeah,
They're the kind of things that you see for carpets, are they?
no, we're not.
Oh,
No,
right.
no, no. We're for wood, but the thing.
Look
But
at the
the-
state of my hands already.
the kind of things, if you drop one on the floor, you just get another one out of the thing.
Yes, I've seen what
But
you
what I
mean.
would say about these again, give them a couple of coats of paint before you tack them on, because the water gets behind them. I mean, they are hardwood, or I think they are, or the pine or something, I don't know. But once they're all, nailed on every 4 inches or so, it gives it a nice clean edge.
Yeah, very good.
So-
And then the only thing I think we need to talk about now is power tools. What kind of power tools do you need?
Yes, just a couple more things you will need
Oh yeah.
is I seem to have lost one. So there they are. You'll need a number of these and a number of these. Now I'll write them down on the list after.
Just plonk it on down there so I can get
They're just
it
coach
there.
bolts here, basically.
Right, okie doke. Yep,
So
super. Great.
I mean, basically, we use a wing nut on the top so it comes off very, very quickly. This one goes through the steel and the arm and everything, and the bottom base, and it's got a locking nut on so it doesn't come loose. I mean, it's up to you what thing you use. I always find these a lot quicker. I've learned over the years, don't buy the rubbish ones, buy the dearer ones, because they do last.
But I can understand if you're just starting out in a bit
Well,
of
if you've got a good old screwdriver, I mean, I think one of the best things for doing screws with is probably an old brace and bit.
Yeah.
A lot more controllable and everything.
Has anybody heard of one of them?
Yeah.
Is it a bit of a boomer thing?
No, if you just give me a second, I'll
Just zoom in on that. That's just your standard Makita, is it?
Yeah, a good old brace and bit there, yeah. That's not a boomer thing.
Tell us in
see?
the comments if you think it's a boomer thing.
And basically, you screw your screws in like that, and
Yeah.
it's a lot more controllable, and then you can.
So not to worry if they don't have a power drill.
No. The best thing I can suggest is use a jigsaw for cutting the wood. It's a lot quicker.
Yeah.
The blades I use was that's called a clean wood blade. I can't remember what make it is. I think it's a DeWalt or
Let's see if I can
something.
try and get what's the name on there. Like I said, we will put all this in the comments so you can see what you need. Yep.
And then for doing your fancy bits, if you were going to cut these kind of things out, you can have your do them on a table saw, coping saw, or I use these little things in the jigsaw. I mean, that's a bit warm, but it does the job
Let's
still.
see if I can get that without
Like a
which way round it's supposed to be.
little fret saw blade kind of thing, they just go in any size of a jigsaw.
Very good. If you don't have a jigsaw, you're screwed.
What?
If you don't have a
Well,
jigsaw.
if you haven't got a jigsaw, if you've got a coping saw, which is a basic tool you can get for a couple of quid, and a couple of blades or whatever.
It just take you a
That'll
lot
do exactly
longer.
the same.
Yeah.
Or you can leave the top plain and just square and don't have any design on it. Just
You'd be disappointed.
just
though,
a
wouldn't you?
square. Yeah, but people do.
I
don't
have
they?
seen it, yeah.
You know, the Bouncy Castle Brigade, as I call them, they don't really go in for much detail.
Well, I suppose they're hiring out a lot cheaper, aren't they?
I know
Yeah.
they are, but it depends, yeah. And
The last few
a couple of
bits.
things, just the last couple of bits now. I mean, I paint everything of this, and apparently, I think this company's been took over by another company, so it's going to be hard to get. But I find this great because if you put a primer undercoat on, it doesn't matter what it is really, as long as it's a flat paint, and then a couple of coats of this, and it's great, and it makes it look old instantly. And we paint everything with this.
Yeah, it's been good, hasn't
Yeah,
it? I'm gutted
yeah.
it's gone out of business or
Yeah.
changed hands.
Lastly but not least, so this might be a little bit big for this striker. I know they do a little one a bit further down. If you go on that unmentionable flea base site, they're in different ounce sizes.
Yes.
But that firm there,
Isn't it, I think?
yes, they're made in England.
Yeah.
There's loads of hammers about in these DIY shops for £2 or £3. I'll be honest with you, these cost about, I think they're about £12, £14, and they last for ages.
Where do you pick yours up from? Yeah.
From a Welsh builders merchant, so I can't remember what.
Yeah.
Used greys or something, but we've only got a few depots.
Yeah.
But I've seen them in different parts of the country, but there's loads of them on eBay. That's the name to look for. It's one of the last British things I think they ever built now. And
Yeah.
And what I probably would say is always have two, because you'd be amazed how many times, and he doesn't mean it. Little Johnny's got the hammer in his hand and he walks off halfway across the field before he realises he's got to bring it back, and you're looking everywhere for the hammer and losing customers.
I take it once you've got your bell, this is just throw
That's
away.
it in the bin. That goes in the bin. That's a scrap man. Yeah.
Right, fair enough.
You got all mucky now, have you?
I have, yeah, awful.
Yeah,
I was moaning about them wrinkly hands, and I'm moaning about how dirty they are.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you will get dirty making this thing, but
Yeah.
all the fun of the fair, as they say.
So that's all they need. Like I say, for now, I'll write in the description everything so it's a lot more coherent for you. Next episode, what's your plan on to get them ready on that?
The next one will be, I'm going to kind of pre-cut this backboard.
Are you not cutting it with them so they know how to cut? No? You think most people know how to cut?
Yeah, we know how to cut a thing now.
Let us know if you don't.
I mean, we could even... I'm going to put all the measurements anyway.
Yeah.
And you could even go to a sawmill and we'll cut it on a big machine for you,
Oh, that's good. So they can just ask for the sizes to be pre-cut.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The next episode will probably be making the backboard and making the tops. And if I get chance, probably making the side wings for the posh one as well, you see.
You and your posh one.
Yeah. And then I think the episode after that probably making the base, which is quite a complex thing. It's not complex, but there's quite a bit of work involved. But the thing is, if you build it properly, it'll last you for years. It's when people don't make them right and they just put them together with a few nails and everything, they last 5 minutes. But if you do it properly, screw it and glue it and everything, plenty of paint on it, get my words crossed here, you'll be all right.
Super.
And then I think the final episode, we'll have an episode on how to do all the mechanism.
That'll be one of the hard ones.
It's not too bad. The hardest thing is making the mouse, but once you get the gist of it,
you're okay.
It's just using a big hammer and a brute force, and
right.
And then the following one will show you how to decorate it fairground style. 2 different styles of fairground. We'll go through how the easiest way, especially if you've got a computer, of just printing the actual numbers out, tracing them on really easy, and you can have a go at a little bit of sign writing. But that's just about it, really.
Brilliant. Right, well, I shall let everybody get off. And then, Chris, if you give me a list of everything, because I'm sure it confuses the heck out of everybody.
I will.
Yeah,
it's very
just so
rough
they
there,
know.
but we'll write it all out properly. We'll type it out on the computer,
Yeah.
so it's easy to be reading and legible. And we'll leave it up for a couple of minutes while we're talking over it or what have you. And you can have a look. If you've got any questions or anything, just drop us a line in the comments on the eBay thing, and we'll get back.
eBay or YouTube.
Not YouTube, sorry, eBay on my mind. On the YouTube channel, I think they got a comment here. If you want us, and
lastly,
all I'm saying is just be nice to us. We all make mistakes, and we'll be nice to you.
And if you've enjoyed this, or you want to make sure you always get notification of these, build it videos, make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell, because that's the bit they'll tell you. Because sometimes we put the videos up on a Tuesday night, sometimes on a Wednesday morning, sometimes as late as a Thursday.
We hope to do
as regularly as possible.
Yeah, regular, at least once a week they'll be coming online anyway.
Yes, that'd be great. Right, well, if you'd like to say ta-ra.
I'll see you soon. I'm going to have a wash and hopefully my tea will be in the oven.
You're funny, aren't you? Take care, everybody. Bye.
Bye.